Okay, so Brando's in the back porch. You know what's going on, barbecuing. He actually comes out to the back porch at all times of the day and thinks, well, maybe Michael's out there barbecuing. But what's kind of not so smart on his part is that I could actually be sitting inside, but he's out here thinking, I'm going to get some food. But here's a little secret that I don't share with a lot of people, but I always cut off a little piece. I put it to the side and I let it cool down for him. Now, I know you're not supposed to feed dogs, people food, but what the hell? So this piece goes over there. Making chicken, I have to say, I've never done chicken 100% appropriately because I'm always afraid to get the food poisoning from it, so I generally cook it a little bit too long. Over the last couple of days, the Landsblogs that I filed have generated some interesting comments, and I wanted to share some of them, especially to do with caregivers, because that seems to be a topic that very few people talk about. The idea that you sleep beside someone who has a mental health issue, or God forbid, it's one of your kids, which is enormously difficult, we know, and I have so much. It breaks my heart to hear about parents who have to go through this with their kids. I mean, I went through it as an adult, and as an adult, I'm willing to assume certain things, and you expect certain things, but kids shouldn't have to deal with this. But I guess life doesn't work in a way that things shouldn't happen. It's kind of irrelevant. So caregivers, I really want to tell spouses in particular that you need to share your mental health problem with your spouse. Because imagine the situation where you live with someone and things are pretty good and you're pretty happy, and your spouse, whether it be a husband or wife, feels like they're doing a good job of maybe not making you happy, but yeah, making you happy. And then all of a sudden you fall into this depression and you're not the person that you were. And I know very well what that's like, because I have gone from this person here a day later to being someone that I didn't want to be. And if you don't share that with your spouse, imagine what they must be thinking. Well, how come he was happy before and he's not happy now? How come everything has changed? So that's why I think you have to share. You have to do it. It's the only fair thing to do for your spouse, and it's the only fair thing to do for you. One of the disappointments so far for SickNotWeak.com for me has been not a ton of caregivers, people that care about others that suffer from mental health issues. And I'm not just talking about husband or wife or parents or brother, sister. I'm talking about if you have a friend at work, if you have a friend anywhere, and if you're an employer and you think one of your workers, one of the people that answers to you has a problem, then you need to share that, and you need to find out that there's other people that are going through it, because it's enormously difficult. I don't think it's so unique to care about someone who is struggling with a mental health problem. It really is like nothing else. Hey, there's two things I talk about in this world. One is mental health issues, and the other one is sports. So I got to mention the fact that the Toronto Raptors last night came up with a big victory. Actually, that was 2 nights ago, because I got to tape this the day in advance, because it goes up at 12:05. So if you thought I was doing it live at 12:05, I'm sorry to shatter that. But the Raptors came up with a big win. They play Thursday night in Indiana, and I'm going to go on the record right now as saying they will win. So I'm doing this. I don't have to hold a newspaper up to show that I'm actually doing this in advance. They will win. Sports and mental health, 2 things I can talk about. One, I've got a ton of experience with, and the other one, sports, I have no business talking about it, but hey, I made it this long. I'm not going to stop. SickNotWeak.com. We are here every day, and we're here for you, because we want you to know when you feel lonely, you're not alone. We're here for you.